So who do you want closure from? Come on, I know there's somebody. You literally clicked on a video that said getting closure. Okay, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kirsten with Water's Edge Tarot. And this video is clearly about getting closure. So here's the problem. You want closure from somebody and they're unavailable or they don't talk to you anymore. Well, how are you going to get closure? You're going to get closure from yourself. And that's what this video is about, is how to get closure for yourself. So this starts out real simple. First, you think of the person you want to get closure from. Done. Next, you write them a letter. I'm not saying you're going to send them the letter. I just say you write a letter. And the purpose of you writing this letter is for you to get everything out you've ever wanted to say to them. And they're never going to see this. So you can call them whatever you want to call them. You can tell them whatever it is you've been dying to tell them. You can ask them the questions that you know may never get the answers for, but you can at least finally ask them. So first, we are going to write a letter. Yes, take the time out to write the letter, and just get it out. And the purpose of getting it out too is you will, once you get this out, you're not going to have those repressed emotions. You're not going to have those repressed thoughts. Every time you bit your tongue or every time you looked away, guess what? You're acknowledging that. And so your chest is going to feel so much lighter. You're going to feel like there's a weight lifted off your chest. So, first step is to write a letter to the person about the things that you've been dying to tell them, with the intention that they're never going to see it. Understand this. I mean, unless you really want to give it to the person, that's not what this video is about. I'm going with the intention that they are never going to see this letter. I also want to say, too, that this person could still be around, could still be available to you as well. It could be someone who is a loved one amongst your family or friends, and you've just been biting your tongue for so long, and you don't have the courage to ask them the questions or to get these off or say them to their face. This is another way to deal with that, to let it go, so that way when you are ready to confront them, to talk to them, you're not coming out with years, of anger, hurt, disappointment, whatever it is. So we start with writing a letter. Okay, we got that step down. Now that we wrote the letter, there's two ways to deal with this. You can use fire or you can bury it. So the bury kind of involves water too. I'm going to say this straightforward though. If we're going to use fire, we're going to be safe. If you are not old enough to handle fire by yourself, please don't even consider this method. If you are going to use the fire method, make sure you have a safe place to do this, whether that be a fire pit, a fireplace inside your house, or some type of container that you can naturally hold a fire in. And it doesn't have to be like a charcoal fire. Just what we're going to do with the fire method is we are going to take this letter, we're going to take it to a flame, a candle, if that's what your choice is. You're going to catch it on fire and drop it into the container and let it burn. Or you're going to set it into the fire, whether that be the fireplace inside your house, or whether it be the fire pit that you created, for bonfires in your backyard. The purpose of putting it in the fire is now you're releasing it. Now you're letting it go into the universe, and you know that you did what you could. You know that what you needed to get out was heard. Maybe not by the person directly, but the universe always responds. And if you want to take this one step further, when you're, putting it in the fire, allow yourself to say something along the lines of, thank you for the lessons that you have given me, but I'm now returning your energy and taking back my own. Do something to solidify that in your brain, to say that this is over, that, even though you may not ever get the exact closure, the exact conversation from the person, you have now allowed yourself to integrate and release those emotions, release those feelings, release those words and those questions, and now you're releasing it literally. And if you do have it in a container of some sort, instead of it being in a fireplace or on a fire pit, what I suggest you do too as well is take the ashes and take them outside and return them to nature. That allows the whole recycling process. If it's in a fire pit, it's already going to return to nature along with all the other ashes. If it's in the inside fireplace, you'll do whatever you do with those ashes, which I'm sure probably just go back outside. So that's one way to find closure with fire. We're not doing the fire route, which that's not for everybody. We can do the water and bury route. So our same letter that we have, we're going to take it under some running water. You can do this in your sink, or if you want to use a hose, you can use a hose. There's really no wrong way. You just want it to be running water. If you really want to get in touch with nature, if you have a stream next to you, that works too. Let the letter get wet with the water. So what we're doing is we're running the letter and we're letting it get wet. The point of this getting wet is because we're going to wash away the emotions. We're going to wash away the pain. We're going to wash away the negativity. And as the water's running, we're going to see our emotions and we're going to see everything, go down the drain, down the stream. If you're using a hose, you're going to see it go into the earth. Whatever it is that you're utilizing, just go with it and know that, everything's coming out. And if you want to take it one step further, go ahead and say something along the lines of, I'm cleansing away the pain, I'm cleansing away, the distress or whatever it is you want to say, and then bury it. So the burying it is a twofold thing. It's returning it back to the earth so that way the energies can get recycled. And then also, I told you that no one was going to see this letter. So if you bury it, paper is going to disintegrate naturally. Find a hole, make a hole, do something, find a place where you can bury this letter safely, and the fact that you got it wet is going to help the disintegration process, let alone make it completely illegible if someone actually decides to dig up the paper. It's fine. So we're burying it. And when you bury it, again, if you want to take it that one step farther, say something along the lines of, I'm returning it back to earth. So these are two really easy and just clever ways for you to get closure on something that's been bothering you. As always, guys, I'm checking on my notes here because I feel like I've said everything I wanted to say, but I know there's more. Okay, so I want to go back to when I said that this could also be somebody who's still in your life currently. If you have an aunt or your mom or dad or, a friend who's been friends with you for a long time, but maybe something happened 5 years ago and it's not worth it to bring it up, but you want to release it. This is still a way to get rid of that energy, to get rid of those feelings, because this person might still be in your life, and so it's not like closure that you're looking for after a breakup or after someone ghosts you. This is closure for yourself, so that way you can heal. And that's what all this is about. Closure for self is just a process for you to heal. It's not to let anyone off the hook. It's not to say that they're forgiven or forgotten or anything like this. This is just a way for you to be able to deal with that pain, to deal with those feelings, to deal with the weight that's on your chest about this situation and get it out so you can heal. So yes, if it, is someone that is still currently in your life, this might help, give you the courage to talk to them about the issue. Or if you never want to talk to them about it again, it might just help you be able to move on so that way you can maybe strengthen the relationship you have with the person. Or it might help you maintain boundaries if that's an issue too. So either way, if this person is someone that's in your life, if this is a person that's no longer in your life, even if it's someone that passed away, just do this for you. You're not doing this for anybody else. You're only doing this for you because you're the only one that has the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions. You're the only one that experienced what you experienced in the situation that gives you this feeling of, this hurts me, this is heavy on me, I need to release it. So that is the point of, writing the letter and giving yourself the self-closure. It's getting it out, and you'll be surprised. I have been so livid in some of my letters that I literally wrote in all caps, but I took up 3 lines of loose leaf just to say, F you. I literally wrote the whole word, but you get what I'm saying, because I was so mad, and I didn't care because it was my letter that no one was going to see. I've also cried the best healing tears I've ever had to a letter to one of my best friends who's never going to receive it because something happened to us back when we were in high school. Well, actually, it was early college, but still. And it was one of those things where she was done with it and I wasn't, and so I needed to do it for myself. I used water for that one, not fire, but that was just for me personally. Like, and that's another thing too, guys. Sometimes it might be more beneficial for you to use water. Sometimes it might be more beneficial for you to use fire. Again, just be safe if you use fire. I'm not trying to start forest fires. I'm not trying to burn a house down. Be safe with the fire. But back to my original point was she's still my best friend, but this was something that happened to us and I needed to let it go so we could get closer. Because even though, I mean, it didn't come up in everyday conversation, it never really came up that often, but it was still something that I was experiencing that was keeping me from her, because I was the one that I was the one who felt like I wasn't heard. I was the one that had troubles letting go. So I wrote it. She's none the wiser, and I feel better, and our relationship's already better than what it was then. So yeah, consider that too. And that is actually all I have for this video. This is a very quick video, but it's because I literally can't teach you how to write the letter. I can't tell you what to say in the letter. I can only tell you to A, write the letter, and B, how to dispose of the letter in a way that's beneficial towards you and that guarantees that no one's going to read it, as I promised before. Also, I'm not promising that no one's going to read the letter if you don't do these right away after writing the letter. If you leave it out in the open, that's kind of your doing. Please, people, use common sense. Don't hate me because I wrote the letter, like, and it took me 3 days to do the thing. Okay, guys, use common sense. You don't want people to see the letter? Just do it as soon as you're done with the letter. That's all I ask. So, again, this is a quick video, but I really think this is an important video. So if you got anything out of this, I really ask that you share it with other people. This is a simple and easy process. So if you like this video, if you like what I had to say, put it down or subscribe, hit the like button. Go ahead and tell me which method you chose. Did you choose to bury or did you choose to use fire in the comments below? I'm honestly intrigued. And also too, don't forget I have the free meditation courses in the link below. And as always, I love all of you and I wish you a very blessed day.